Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio in the gallery / studio. And it has been some days since I have been here, and I want to do something fun and easy for my own art therapy. So I've got out a lot of my favorite colors, which I will attempt to remember what they are as I go along. And I'm going to make ring pour cups and ring pour cupcake molds by just putting colors that I like into the scenario in layers. And I don't actually really think that they even need to go in layers because they're going to be ring pours and then tipped. So that's a color I made out of yellow, and it looks like a color called Dairy Lid. And this is a 24 karat gold with some orange in it. This is a color shifting pink. Now I thought it would be cool to add some enamels, and I have some enamels that I don't use in colors very often. I don't know who made it, but you can see that the color is similar to the purples that I love in by Folk Art. So I'm going to throw a little bit of enamel in every cup that I can. I have another color, a new color from Liquitex, and it's been sitting around. It's a heavy body, and it's called Indian Blue, and I am looking forward to trying this out. And hopefully I didn't make it too thick. But I'm not sure what this purple is, but I think it was also, you know what, I do. I think that was also a enamel. So I'm going to use this purple, which I still don't know what it is, but it has some iridescent pearl fine from golden in it to make it more interesting. And these colors are I'm just giving myself permission to listen to my muse as I go along. And I'm going to try and put some of this white satin enamel in also, which I would generally think would go best between the layers. This is an iridescent pink. I'm not sure if it's Folk Art with something else added to it. I could have easily just decided to add something else to it. I'm getting a little full, so I better stop this one and start another one. This is my neon purple from Folk Art. It's a multi-surface acrylic, and I'm going to move that someplace that I cannot spill it so easily, like that. Okay, let's move that back. Now I want my ring pour cup. This is my purple flash from Folk Art, and I don't think I can have too much of that in there. This is an iridescent deep turquoise was from Modern Masters. I wish they'd make it again. Do you hear me, Modern Masters? Me and like 1,000 other pouring artists would like for you to do that. So I'm going to grab my black enamel this time. It said it's been a few days, so I'm going to give everything a little shake, and all my bottles have a marble in them. I believe this was an Art Minds color, but it's so similar to the turquoise flash from Folk Art as to not make any difference. The flash changes color, this does not. This is just iridescent. But I haven't used it, and I think I have a bunch more stashed, so I'm going to use it. And this is a Venetian blue. This is available from Modern Masters. I am going to grab that enamel that I saw down here, yes, and it's open, cool. And I am going to just keep making my colors sing, make me happy. And if they're a little odd, that's okay too, because sometimes the more odd things are, the more interesting they become. I haven't added any gold, and I meant to, so I will do that. I have some Deco Art Americana 24 karat gold. I had to send away for it on the internet. Couldn't get it at my local store anymore. It was basically about 40% more than I would have normally paid, but it's worth having it because I really like it. This is a quinacridone magenta by Golden, and it has some iridescent pearl fine from Golden in it, which is a 4-ounce container usually, and about 20 bucks. So let's just go back and grab some more white enamel. Put that down there. I'm getting to the end of the place where I think I can probably get away with it. This was some Venetian blue. This is not opening. Yes. This is some Venetian blue that I added some iridescent pearl from Anita's. Actually, it's called White Metallic. It also could have been the Sergeant's pearl, and I wouldn't remember, because it's been a few days, but I'm going to be careful with that lid because I think it's going to stay right there if I'm not careful. And what else do I want to add in there? I want some dark purple. And I want some weird colors. So this is an emerald green metallic from Decor Americana. This is a folk art green gold. My colors are odd. I am going to be even more odd. This is an Anita's Bahama Blue. I'm doing my best to remember what these are. This is more Purple Flash from Folk Art. I don't need them to be the same. I need them to be as different as possible. This is a really pretty purple that I must have mixed it up so long ago. There's no chance I can tell you what it is. It's just a custom color. And I think I'm going to finish up with a little bit of metallic turquoise, which could be any hobby brand. Probably Folk Art, possibly Deco Art, even potentially Anita's with metallic iridescent golden pearl fine in there. So I'm going to get most of these gone and see what I haven't put in. And I'm going to give a little more of that. Even though it's kind of a strange color, it dries beautifully. I have a berry from Decor Americana. I think that'd be great for the last one. And I have this. I have not seen what this does yet. This is an Amsterdam, and it's like a prism violet. What is it called? Anyway, if you ask, there it is. It is called Pearl Violet. Hey, I was close. So I'm going to give a shot of that in there and finish up with what I like, which is that Venetian blue from Modern Masters. Move some of my paints out of my way and get on with it. I have a 16 by 20 inch canvas. That's my quinacridone magenta without anything added. Although sometimes when I get a much less expensive paint, because the quinacridone magenta is like almost $30 for 4 ounces. Yeah, I used them, right? Oh well, maybe next time. I will often add a less expensive medium body or even fluid acrylic to the magenta if it's a very similar color. Now, I don't really need a whole lot of anything on here, but I'm going to give myself a nice layer because paint moves paint. Paint flows to paint. Let me introduce you to my little friend. My OXO omelet turning flip and fold spatula is one of 2 size spatulas that are both on my Amazon link. My Amazon link, if you decide to help me out, is a great place to go shopping because anything you buy from there helps me toward the purchase of art supplies, and I really appreciate that. And you can find my 2 books, Because I Can and Unlimited Possibilities there, as well as the Flip and Fold Spatula, and a whole lot of these little cuties, which are my #1, and there's a bunch, about 6 I like. They are Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatulas, and there's always a good chance I'm going to use some of those. I really did not put enough gold in, so I'm kind of thinking, because I wanted a bunch of gold, that maybe I will put my rings down and surround them with gold and see if that works. You'd think I'd know that after like 1,500 videos. Oh yeah, I have 1,500 videos. If you guys are inspired, let me know what you like. If you can't find it, I have created playlists under all playlists, and they're separated into genre, like swipes or geometrics or whatever. Basting brush, chain, dustpan, scoop, blah, blah, blah. And I can hook you up. They're also separated into the hundreds. So there's 15 lists of 100, and some glitch in the system told me there was 1,640 videos. It's still doing it. Basically what it did was double up all the videos on playlists, and I've been removing them. So who knows what the number is, but it's over 1,500, and you can find them. And if you can't find them, you're welcome to ask me. You are welcome to ask me anything you want, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. If I can, and if I don't know the answer, I won't tell you. Oh, if you guys are interested in purchasing any artwork, it's not inexpensive, but it is the best way to support the studio and the production of videos that I can think of. PayPal and Patreon donations will get you into the monthly drawing. Yes, I'm done talking. No, I'm not. I lied. They'll get you into the monthly drawing. I'm going to pour a little... I might even spin the turntable. Let me get this out of here. One more. Love that blue. I'd like to find a way to keep some of it. I'm just going to move far away. Whatever I was saying, I'll get back to. I'm sure I will. Probably could have had smaller rings, And I'm not going to tip these in advance. I usually tip them one at a time to spread them around so that they're no longer rings. They just cover an area. I don't even have any real idea what these are going to look like, but I do kind of trust my process. And I can swing them around as I spin my turntable if I want to. My plan does include adding some gold around them. I wish I could remember what I was saying when I so rudely interrupted myself. There's over 90,000 of you guys. Welcome if you're new. Hopefully this is going to be cool. I really, really want it to be. I don't have to tip and lose paint because I use Golden's GAC 800, which is meant to help prevent cracking. Yeah, that one went a little wonky. It's okay. The less refined they are, the more interesting they become. I just want to get on with this. Move over here. And I think I best contemplate finding my gold. And this one's not open, so it must have been a different bottle. And I did clean up while you were right here. And so what did I do with it? I'm looking, I'm not finding. Maybe this one will open up. I can always use the big bottle, I guess. Or I could just put a skewer in the end of this while I sort of peruse around me and wonder why I would have hid the gold on myself. Dum-dum. Yeah. Okay, well, hopefully that's somewhat open. Come on, screw back on for me. I like just working outside convention. I like adding marks that are a little unexpected. So we might have a chance to do something or develop something different. And I usually like some black in between things, so that's why I didn't really finish. I definitely should have put less paint in each ring, but it will probably be okay. I want to just put that in the other cup. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't care if they're not rings. But I do want some more orange. I just noticed that that orange looked pretty cool in there. So I'm going to put, oh look, hearts. Love it. So some are straight pours and some are poured with wobbles and some are poured like rings, like so. So it'd be nice if they were all a little different. I might still wind up putting some black back in. I don't want anything that's exactly like the thing next to it. I see that thing that does not belong and I want it to go away. Come here. I also have tweezers on my Amazon link. I recommend tweezers. I wanted it to be a lot lighter and whiter. And that would have worked if I'd have put white in between the layers. Well, it does sometimes. Sometimes it just disappears. I'm definitely over here contemplating whether I might want to use my propane torch to... Oh, that just totally interrupted. Well, you know what? That just could be the shape of things to come. Because when something happens that's accidental that inspires you, you should run with it. It's the inspiration that's important. I also did not put nearly as much pink as I was thinking I might. This is going to be really different when I tip it. I'm going to put some more pink in there. Couple of colors, the neon and the regular. I want something in here that's different than what I have. So I'm going to do multiple layers and things, I think. Because I can. That's the name of my first book on the Amazon link. I'm really missing as much turquoise as I wanted, so I'm just going to keep adding colors. That's the Color Shift Blue from Folk Art, and I want some more of that turquoise with it. And I am tempted to just drag a skewer right through that cup. Pretty cool. And I'm still missing yellow. I never did put any yellow in there at all. Should I? Maybe not next to yellow. Maybe not next to blue. Let's do it anyway. Let's do it anyway, do it anyway. So they're definitely not going to be round rings when I tip. They're going to be all over the place. And I'm thinking that the gold is going to work okay. But I'm loving that color shifting blue too. What else do I love? I love the Venetian blue. It might be interesting to do a few different colors surrounding other than the gold. Wow, that was quick. I forget that if I take too much time while I'm adding colors to my cups, that I don't have as much time as I need to work. That magenta is pretty nice too. So I have a very limited amount of time at this moment, but I'm going to give it my best shot. Yeah, I really like that. That was a good combination. I might use an edge catcher, which just stops paint. And I've used up my paint, but there is a lot of paint on my canvas. So, I didn't put any of this green in, but that does not matter to me, because a lot of things are just going to swallow what surrounds them right now anyway. Let me grab that turquoise. Put a little in between a few things. So far so good. Let's grab some purple flash. I never have done anything exactly like this, which is always good for me. I love to experiment. I just totally love it. We're going to lose pretty much all of the black. As I tip, this is going to go all the way toward the edge. And it's time for me to do that and hope that I can get away with it. And I never used, well, I didn't use much of that Indian blue. I guess I'll have to use that in something else. So I've got some paint left, and if I need it to cover an edge or something, that'll be perfect. Let's just see what happens. That leaves me 1 minute left to tip this whole thing off. Shush. Alright, so I love you guys, and I want to show you what it looks like now, because in order to do part 2, we'd have to come back. But I think it's going to be neat. I'm going to just shuffle that paint right back on there, and do the same thing right down in the other corner. And I wish I had an edge catcher on my tile, because if I do, then I can pour some paint off onto it and scrape it off later. So I love you guys. There's over 90,000 of you, and please subscribe if you're not subscribed, and check out those videos on my playlists. Oh, I want this to be cool. I really do. And it might be. It's pretty wild. Oh, this is dedicated to Sally. Sally, who is very generous and helping me purchase art supplies and collecting art. And I really appreciate Sally a lot. I'll see you guys on. Bye for now. This is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery. I'm going to go back to tipping in a minute, so you're probably going to have to look and see what it looks like on the end screen to get it completely finished.